trip that we're doing at the moment is an absolutely fantastic start and trial run for basically Europe. Very soon we're going to be doing a massive trip around Europe, obviously, which you all know about, so we're basically seeing how it goes. So this is what we came down this swampy road for. So the 101st Airborne Division, 506th PIRE Company, Operation Overlord. We got all those people that took part in it. Private property. So what have we got here? This monument was made possible. So we got the people that live. Okay, here we go. So 8:30 PM on the 5th of June 1944, more than 6,670 men from the 101st Airborne Division began boarding the C-47 aircraft that would carry them 136 miles to their airfield in England to assigned drop zones behind Utah Beach, where they would clear the area in order to allow the 4th Infantry Division to land with little resistance as possible. That's in French. Among the paratroopers who would be in the vanguard of the long-awaited invasion occupied France were the 139 officers and men of E Company, 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment, all volunteers. These men had been training for this moment since the unit's formation in Tokyo, GA in 1942. So a lot took place in this field here. Now it is literally just a field again. Alright, so now we're going to go to Dead Man's Corner. So finally the weather has improved. I really wish now I'd put in my lightweight clothing because it is really muggy. But I am not complaining too much because it is dry and that is all I care about. So yeah, honestly, if you've never done a road trip before, just get out on your bike, pick a destination and just go for it, because it'll be well worth every single second. One thing I would suggest, I can really smell this bike is hot. One thing I would suggest is getting a good idea of the local traffic laws in the area, because we've kind of figured out that when you're in the towns it's a 30 limit, and then once you're in a bit more of a rurally road it's a 50 limit. It's just all over the place. I haven't got a blimmin' clue. I mean, there's a speed limit change there, so it's a 30 from here. But yeah, this trip is basically turning into trying to figure out the pros and cons of what we're doing for the big trip around Europe in a couple of months. So we get an idea of how to film it a lot more easily, because the hardest thing I've found so far is basically the intercom scenario. So the intercom situation. So there's 5 of us, only 4 can use the intercom because one of our intercoms is just not connected. Richard's one is it's really struggling. We've never been able to connect to it actually, which is a bit of a pain. But then when you want to record, that is awesome. Awesome. In the bucket of a digger, get out there, get the job done. Nice health and safety rubbish. We are so risk averse in the UK, it's ridiculous. So obviously when I want to mute the intercom, just so I can do a bit to camera, I really struggle to be able to do it. If I'm on a one-to-one intercom, that's not an issue. I press my button on the side of the centre once and it just mutes it. Press it again and it unmutes it. But with 2 or 3 other people involved on the intercom, it really does make it difficult, and I just can't figure out how to actually make it work. So in the end, I've just like now, there's three of them together all riding with intercom. I've just binned off the intercom because otherwise I can't make any videos, and I've come out here to make videos. But it's unbelievable how you can just, it's great. Jump on a bike from the UK, get a ferry across, or get the Eurotunnel. I personally prefer the ferries. It's just something nice to jump on. Get over to France within a couple of hours, and the rest of the continent's yours to ride around on. I had a massive panic attack this morning though. I was going through all my belongings and I could not find my passport. I was absolutely going out of my brain. I just could not find it. I looked everywhere, all my clothes, all my luggage, couldn't find my passport anywhere. And eventually I managed to find it. It was in the bottom of my camera case. I mean, honestly, I was starting to think, what on earth am I going to do? Go to the British Embassy? I haven't got a foggiest. So what happened was basically when I was in Dover, I picked up my passport, put it in the old cubby hole, and then ended up getting off the bike just before we went into the boarded the ferry, and then stuck it straight into my the camera case and put my handheld camera, the Panasonic, on top of it. Completely lost it. Basically could not find it at all. I was getting pretty stressed out this morning, but then just got on with the day and then managed to find it again. So yeah, all was well. I'll be able to get back to the UK. Even these back roads, not on the toll roads, the French really look after their roads. I bet they think their roads are horrific, but honestly, come to the UK, try out our British roads, and you'll realise how awful ours are and how amazing your French roads are. They're just so smooth. And even the repairs, you go over the repairs in the UK and it is just awful. And also, this is brilliant, being able to see some of these old World War II vehicles just driving all over the countryside in France. We've literally picked the best time to come away at D-Day 80. It's perfect. So much build up to it. And that's another thing that I think is it's almost quite sad in the UK, that obviously us and the Americans played a massive part in World War II, making sure the Germans did not take us. We should be so proud of what we achieved, because the French are. The amount of people that have thumbs up, peace signs, I mean, it's been so accommodating over here. It's been brilliant. Flags everywhere, Union Jacks everywhere. It's just it's awesome. But then you come back to the UK and it's almost like people are too scared to fly our own national flag. It's such a tragedy that we just don't seem to have the pride that other countries do. The Americans are so proud to be American. I'm proud to be British. Why wouldn't I be? It's my country. But for a lot, it's just seen as if you're proud to be British. You fly the Union Jack or the St George Cross, you're seen as racist or supporting the far right. It's absolutely infuriating. It really is. The French are so proud of their culture, of their history. I think we just need to get back to being proud to be British and proud of our achievements, because we helped stop all that tragedy, all that criminality, so we could then come to Europe and do awesome things like this. Another British biker back there enjoying just being able to come out here, having our liberty and being able to just explore wherever we want to explore, because we have the freedom of all those people, those men and women that gave their lives for future generations. So I think, yeah, this is it here. So the D-Day experience, this should be a very good museum to go into. So this is a Dead Man's Corner. You see it just round here. I'm trying to drive on the wrong side of the road now. There we go. We've got a tank. Got a house. Ah, coffee. I am in desperate need of a coffee. and have one for a couple of hours. Love coffee. And I'll tell you what, the French coffee is really good. Sod it, I'll park it here.